Once you pick your jumper, it's time to join the Clippers and test your build in a game against the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yes, and it's my player picking up the assist.
And if you're not feeling one of your builds, you have the ability to make 6 total builds and play 1 test game for each one. In the NBA 2K21 demo,
The Memphis players making their way through the tunnel earlier. And, well, it can be a circus. David Banks. It's getting late in the season. Let's see how the standings are out west. We'll take a look at the Grizzlies. They're good enough for 8th place in the conference right now, looking to hold on to that. And, of course, San Antonio. And they're down 4 spots from them.
And for the Grizzlies, they had much bigger things in mind when the season started. They didn't think of themselves as a middle-of-the-road club, but right now, that's where they are.
I thought this might happen. Confidence can take you a long way, but you also have to have the talent to back it up.
And a look at the starters for San Antonio. We've got Murray, DeRozan out there with Pirtle. Then it's White, and it's Walker in at the 3, the small forward. And for Memphis, Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. And it's Anderson in at the 3.
And this Memphis team stakes its identity on defense.
Last season, top 3 in block percentage. They make their stand at the defensive end.
And the confidence Morant has in himself is special. Knows he can knock those shots down in bunches.
Now here's DeRozan. He had 13 points in the win against Dallas.
And he showed again why he is such a sensational playmaker. Some of the plays he made were just remarkable.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
How often do we see this these days? Clubs answering each other from range.
White against Brooks. Anderson outside. 5 on the clock. 2 free throws coming. And, yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to make a challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Brooks with it. Now guarded by Pirtle. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Stolen by Walker. Pass to Pirtle. Here's DeRozan, and another basket for San Antonio.
And that's when he's at his best. DeRozan, confident and in rhythm with the jumper.
Now here's Morant. He's covered by Murray. Now here's Morant. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Portland.
Yeah, and I look at his total effect on the scoring, both as a passer and a shooter. Incredibly productive.
And a wide-open look for Valanciunas. That one off the back iron and out. Spurs have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. To the left side wing. Murray for 3. And Valanciunas pulls it down. Memphis has gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Pass to Morant. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on DeMar DeRozan. That's his first foul. A different look now for San Antonio. Rudy Gay's checked in for Walker. Bryn Forbes comes in for White. And Mills in for DeJounte Murray. And that one's good by Clark. Well, Smitty, we're coming down the stretch here. Talk about the mental toughness needed to finish a season strong.
You know, I think you got to have that. Everybody talk about the game physically, guys making shots. And we all know there's some teams and players, they all do that well. But who's the tough team that can get through the tough times? That's when you see the teams that can get over the hump, and you start to say, I like that team.
Morant, that's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And for a great shooter, Morant really works for high percentage shots, loves to take it inside.
The shot's good from Forbes.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And finished off by Morant.
Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fellas.
A serious power move from the point.
Forget just laying it in. He wanted to make a statement.
Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And the Spurs with possession here. And Forbes has it in the corner. No good on the three.
Uncontested look. Can't fault the shot selection. He's money from there.
Some changes for Memphis. Gorgie Dangs checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Allen comes in for Brooks. And it's DeAnthony Melton in for Morant. The Spurs also changing it up. Zeller comes in for Pirtle. And it's Bellinelli in for DeMar DeRozan. Now here's Jang. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. The 11-footer. No good. Shot missing. And it's the Spurs taking it the other way. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
I like their aggressiveness in that one. No one's going to give you anything. You've got to go out and take it.
Majority of the night, they were in attack mode. Tremendous effort all the way around.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Bellinelli is covering. Just 5 to shoot. And there's the pass to Melton. Off target from outside. Three-pointer. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. It's San Antonio up by 3. And in 2018, DeMar DeRozan opened up about...
The people saying
Yep, you love the honesty and the bravery to step forward and tell his emotional story.
Yeah, he opened a dialogue. Kevin Love following his lead to talk about anxiety. Athletes as public figures can have a broader impact than just entertaining, and we see it over and over again.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And taking a look at San Antonio's performance here, what do you think they've been doing or not doing?
Showing a lot of confidence in their rotation. They went right to that bench when they needed points.
This is where you credit the guys in the front office for going out and getting you the pieces you need.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So on the floor for Memphis, we've got Allen. Gorgie Dang is out there with Clark, and it's Melton in at the 1. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, my cousin LaMarcus Aldridge is not the flashiest player, but he is respected. His former teammate in Portland, C.J. McCollum, said he hasn't changed his game to try and fit the new NBA. He shoots mid-range, scores under the basket, strong as heck. He knows who he is. Kevin, LaMarcus isn't really my cousin, but his game never goes out of style.
You're right, D.A., and he is still getting it done. Thank you.
Trying to take advantage of soft defense, he might have gotten over-eager. The Spurs with the league's longest active playoff streak, 22 years and running, not to mention 5 titles in that span. No wonder the Spurs are viewed as the league's model franchise.
Allen surveying the D. Passes it to Clark. Back to Allen. Fires the 3. Hills with the rebound. Well, Steve, the Spurs are so well run. If they played in a top 5 market, they might be the most popular team in the NBA by now.
You know what, Kevin? They probably would, but this is the way this organization likes it. They like to be quiet and under the radar. They like to sustain success, and they like to build a great culture. At the same time, the small market is really a part of their culture.
Gay can't hit.
Defensively, it's hard to account for everything. They gambled off him, and it worked.
How about the feel and the awareness he had there, finding his teammate behind the defense on the break.
Mills finds Bellinelli. Stolen. Here's Allen. And it falls over the rim and in.
Nothing went right on that offensive possession except the result.
Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Here's Mills. He picked up 12 points in their last one against Dallas. It's Clark with the rebound.
Unusual for him, just a lack of concentration. Fails to finish the play.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit. That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
So Memphis ends up going with the new group. Pass to Valanciunas. Lock at 6. Pulls up on the wing, and the shot goes in. Valanciunas has got his first points of the game.
And this is something Valanciunas continues to work on, primarily a low post threat. He wants this jumper to become consistent. The defensive impact of Jakob Poeltl giving the Spurs a boost. Great timing and instincts as a shot blocker.
And coming to San Antonio in the Kawhi Leonard trade, the Spurs hoping Poeltl can be a difference maker.
You know what, Kevin? Already their best role threat offensively. He rarely misses with his right hand in close.
Yeah, it's been about the fast break. Been real kind to him here early, and they are clicking in transition.
White the pass to Murray. From past the arc. Grizzlies with the rebound. Valanciunas has got 5 rebounds tonight.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
And out of UCLA, forward Kyle Anderson. Some call him slow-mo. Why is that?
Well, I mean, not the most athletic player. It's his size and IQ for the game, though, that makes him so effective.
And the Spurs making a change here. That is checked in and finished off by Walker.
And dropping the sledgehammer there, he curbs a 10-0 run by Memphis.
And that one's good. Morant's got the lead up to 3 now for the Grizzlies.
And since the first quarter, we've seen them ease off on that long-range affair. And frankly, that's probably a good idea.
And the rejection by Jackson. There's the feed to Morant. Trying to get open is Brooks. And White with the block. On the wing, DeRozan. And finished off by DeRozan.
Right in the teeth of that defense, DeRozan explosive through contact.
Left side, Anderson. And here's Morant. Pass to Brooks. From 18 feet away. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Valanciunas has got 4 points in the quarter.
When Valanciunas...
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. For the Grizzlies, the first quarter was pretty even. They were unable to ever build a big lead in the first... And that'll...
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You have to like what you're seeing from John Morant.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
Here's who Greg Popovich is starting in the second half. Murray out there with Derek White. Then there's Jakob Poeltl. Then it's DeRozan, and it's Walker in at the small forward position.
That's good awareness from DeRozan. Spots the open man. That speaks to his all-around game.
Well, the Grizzlies' coaching search took 2 months. They finally settled on Taylor Jenkins, a former assistant coach. Oh, what a play!
Yeah, That's fire right there. Morant practicing for the dunk contest. I see you, young fella. Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Listen, put the ball in the hands of your best scorers and let them go to work. Keep it simple.
Back to Brooks. This one for three, and the three ball is good. Brooks has got himself on the board with 3 there.
3 straight to begin this half. Couldn't have drawn it up any better.
Jackson against DeRozan. And DeRozan throws it down.
That's what I like to see from DeMar DeRozan. He isn't settling for a jumper. He is going to the rim today.
Morant kicks to Brooks. Top of the key, Morant. Back to Jackson. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And this summer, a lot of work in the weight room for Jaren Jackson Jr. Rebounding, one of his few weaknesses last season. Adding strength, it will help.
Looking at who's out there now for the Grizzlies. Clark comes in for Jonas Valanciunas, and it's DeAnthony Melton in for Morant. Then for the Spurs, Rudy Gay's checked in for Lonnie Walker. Bryn Forbes comes in for Derek White. That's Mills in for DeJounte Murray. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And a high rate of fouls for Jaren Jackson and Smitty dating back to college.
You're right. Adding strength can also help in that area. Able to do your work early is also a key for him. And also denying deep position.
And here we go. The Grizzlies on a fast break. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jakob Poeltl. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
There's the pass to Melton. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Melton's got the lead up to 7 now for the Grizzlies.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
And it's Poeltl at the elbow. Well, we're into the 3rd quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Rebounded by the Spurs.
He looked just a little out of rhythm. He's still trying to establish consistency from there.
Now here's Gay. Defense right on him. Yep, it counts. Now just a 3-point Memphis lead. Steve, let me ask you, what's better for a young player's development? Being on a worse team getting more minutes, or being on a good team and getting fewer minutes?
You know, I think always getting a chance, Kevin, to play minutes is best for a younger guy. But if it's hurting the team, you don't want to see the coaching staff playing these younger guys just to get the one guy ready. I think you still have to think about the team. You have to have guys earn minutes, whether they're a rookie, whether they're a veteran or not, and I think that's better for young teams.
Melton passes to Jackson. Here's Melton. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Melton's got 10.
Adding to this lead, he's been dependable and consistent at the offensive end.
And the jam by Rudy Gay.
Rudy can beat you in a number of ways. Inside, outside, he is doing it all tonight.
Out to the right wing. Melton passes to Anderson. And that one, good. He's got 8. Spurs trail by 3. Passes it to DeRozan. Back to Mills. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assist.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
The Grizzlies have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76.
The first free throw is good. Zeller, he's checked in for Jakob Poeltl. He's perfect from the line this time.
And you look at all the under-the-radar prospects that have found success with the Spurs, how do they keep hitting on all these players other teams have missed?
They do a great job with their player development. They also do a great job identifying players with great character. They have guys who work extremely hard. They have great coaching, and they teach. But more importantly, what they do, GA, they give you confidence. And that's where I think the Spurs separate from other organizations.
Pass to Morant.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
And the free throws have been dropping for him at a rate of about 77% on the season.
First free throw is good.
And as good as Morant's been, there's still plenty of upside. One of the younger players to enter the draft in 2019.
Right side, DeRozan. Misses the layup.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
And at the close of the third quarter, still a close game, and both teams putting up. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. Clark is out there with Anderson. And it's Valanciunas in at the center position. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis.
And making his return from the ACL tear, DeJounte Murray, long, athletic, and young. He still has a very bright future.
And Murray winning second team all-defense in 2018. And Greg, at that time, he was only 21.
And that's been his strong suit. If he can hit perimeter shots consistently, he can be a star.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Hurdle comes in for Rudy Gay. And Walker subbed in for Bellinelli. Now here's Morant. He's covered by Murray. Just 4 to shoot. A three-pointer is right on target. And that's now 6 points for Brooks.
Look at the big man Valanciunas showing off the playmaking skills.
Back to Murray. For 3. Rebounded by Valanciunas. Valanciunas has got 7 rebounds in the game. Memphis leading by 4. Brooks kicks to Morant. We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter.
Huge challenge at the rim. The defender could not have played that any better.
To the paint, stolen by Brooks. And here we go. Morant heading to the hoop. Finished off the break. And it's a 6-point Grizzly lead.
Yeah, when Morant gets it dialed up, he can be unstoppable. Just too many ways to score. And coming down the stretch here, both teams still on fire.
Yes, and if you love offense, you're loving this matchup. It's been a highlight reel affair.
Zeller, he's checked in for Jakob Poeltl. Now here's Morant. He's tightly guarded. Valanciunas, good.
Valanciunas had his hands up and ready on that catch and shoot. He wanted it.
Murray, the pass to DeRozan. Oh, and the jam by DeRozan.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Got a hand on it. And here comes Watt, leading the fast break. There's Walker with the 3. Drops in the tray. Walker's got it all tied up now for the Spurs. For Memphis, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Anderson outside. Kicks to Brooks. Back to Anderson. Over to the wing. Now Morant. Inside. And it's Clark with the jam.
Well, this is how you use the pick and roll. Morant looking like a vet with the sweet dime there.
DeRozan Good, and the assist goes to Murray. 16 points for DeMar DeRozan.
DeMar DeRozan, when you need a score, go to the guys you feel comfortable with.
Morant kicks to Brooks. Murray with it. He's picked up by Morant. Here's Walker.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. And that one's good. Morant's got 10 points in just the second half.
A true leader. You can tell Morant takes pride in stepping up when it matters most. And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Here's the thing. He's a guy who will go on hot streaks for you over a number of games.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
And it was great execution. Clutch effort all the way around.
1:22 left in the fourth. Here's Murray. Zeller trying to free himself up. Murray, good.
You won't see this young man turn down big shots. Murray believes in himself, and so does this team.
Pulls it from the elbow. Up again, and staying with the play, Valanciunas has got 4 this quarter.
He's shown he can get it done in the big moments. JV delivering in the clutch. DeRozan simply rising to the occasion with that huge shot.
Grizzlies have gone 7 of 10 shooting the ball since the start of the fourth quarter. Now here's Morant. He's covered by Murray. Yes!
That is world class.
Incredible shot with everything on the line coming through for his team.
Outside, Walker. DeRozan surveying the D. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Brooks against White. Pass to Valanciunas. It's stolen by DeRozan. And here's the fast break. Walker leading the way. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Zeller trying to free himself up. And the rejection by Valanciunas. Here's Morant. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. The kick out to Walker. Baseline jumper. Missed. And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. Live from the FedEx Forum. Glad to have you with us as we get going in overtime. Neither team giving an inch in this one. And the Spurs start out with the ball. So the overtime period is now ticking away. Should be fun. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here. Brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. Taking a look at the Grizzlies. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. And it's Anderson in at the 3 slot. And there's a whistle. That goes on Bryn Forbes. That's his first foul. Morant with it. To take the lead. Can't hit that one.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Got that bucket in no time at all. Walker's got the first basket here in overtime for San Antonio. Memphis trailing here. Now here's Morant. And Pirtle sends it back.
Gotta love the shot blocking ability of Pirtle. Wonderful timing right there.
Gay dishes to Pirtle. He kicks to Walker. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That's on Jaren Jackson. And no good is the first free throw, missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. Zeller, who's checked in for the Spurs. Mills comes in for Murray. The Grizzlies trail by 3. The pass to Jackson. Kicks to Morant. Lets it go from deep. And another miss by Memphis. The Spurs shooting so well, the offensive execution has been brilliant. 66% from the field. Forbes can't get it to go.
Everything worked except for the outcome. You want him to shoot that every time.
Jackson. Zeller grabs the board.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
The rim protection at its finest. The result is the same whether you block the shot or simply change it.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Now here's Morant. He's guarded closely. And the dunk by Valanciunas. And that's a double-double for him now. 10 points and 10 rebounds. Tries from 16. That's good from Gay on the assist by Mills. 16 points for Rudy Gay.
Good move getting the ball into Rudy's hands. He's capable of hitting monster buckets.
And so it looks like the Grizzlies will retain possession here. DeMar DeRozan. He's checked in for San Antonio. Here's Brooks. Takes a shot at the elbow. It falls! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
The playmaking ability of Kyle Anderson combines great floor vision with his height and feel.
Passes it to Forbes. Wants to get it to Zeller and does. Count it!
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Especially if the defense is going to allow you to do it. Have to switch on that play.
Sometimes you just wonder, how did Morant see that guy? The vision is special.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Mills passes to Zeller. 6 to shoot. And DeRozan. Here we go. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And when you have DeRozan looking to drive, it's hard to slow him down without committing a foul.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 5-point game.
And that's a wrap. Those free throws being the nail in the coffin.
From downtown, he can't get it to go. And so it's the Spurs with the win. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it.
I can't wait to get started in the NBA 2K21 demo, get my player started, and of course, all-time Lakers versus all-time Celtics.
Just out of curiosity, Chris, who has more championship rings?
Yeah, I was gonna talk about the Lakers, but then you bring up that argument, and I really don't have anything to say about it, unfortunately. So that's
The Mississippi River and the... Now it's in.
Well, guys,
Great vision, David. Thank you. And the starting group for the Spurs. Got good Pirtle out there at DeRozan. Here you go. Then it's White. Then there's DeJounte Murray. And it's Walker in at the 3 slot. And for New Orleans, Zion is the 4 with Favors at the 5. Ball and Holiday combine at the guard spots. And it's Ingram in at the 3. Now here is Holiday. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Here's Murray. And it's out of bounds to the Spurs as San Antonio retains possession. Brent, at this point, perennial contenders sometimes coast through the final games of the regular season. Any danger that they can't hit that right button or flip the switch and get back into gear?
When you hear analysts say that the playoffs are all about matchups, they are exactly right. You and I talked about this, Kevin, several years ago about
the time
going into the playoffs. Teams don't have to be hot. You don't have to be 10-2 in the last 12 games for your playoffs, because all of a sudden, if you're matched up against a team that's owned you all year long, your chances of winning that series are very, very slim. So it becomes just let's get in and let's find out who we're playing, and then we'll get to work.
And it's Williamson missing. Spurs have gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals here. Here's Walker. Out to DeRozan. And stolen by Williamson. And New Orleans pushing it up now. Here's Holiday. A shake. And it was still over the rim. Offensive basket interference. Murray with it. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Once again off the mark by San Antonio.
Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space, just clanked it.
Now here's White. 14 points from him the last game against Dallas.
I'm not sure in that game if it was him or Dikembe Mutombo out there, guys. I was just hoping to see one finger wave after one of those 4 blocks. No, 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 not today.
Ball finds Holiday. Outside Favors. Williamson with it. Buries it down low.
Oh, about time. Starting to wonder a bit if they were ever gonna knock a shot down. In New Orleans, not the largest market, but a lot to like about living in the Big Easy.
You just said Big Easy in New Orleans, and I saw Kevin Harlan's head whip over here because I know what he's thinking about. Food, baby.
That's right.
Food. But whether it's music, art, architecture, New Orleans has a tremendous culture.
And Ball sets up his teammates when they're open, quick to whip it around. One of the best ball movers in the league.
Now here's Murray. Knocked loose. 6 on the shot clock. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And here are the Pelicans now. Double team on Holiday. The dish to Williamson. Ball kicks to Williamson. 1:58 left to play here in the first. Ball, the pass to Holiday. Just 3 to shoot. Poked loose. And so White will bring it up for the Spurs. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
Yeah, and in that one, they were aggressive, but also efficient. The exact balance you're looking to achieve.
Well, easy to be efficient, Greg, on nights like that when everybody has things going. Let's see if they're still in the rhythm tonight.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Walker against Ingram. Walker the pass to DeRozan. The kick out to Walker. Takes a three. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assists. Walker's got 5 points so far. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum. And for a power forward, he can sure get up. I mean, because of that leaping ability, it kind of offsets his height disadvantage. Well, you like guys who can work that in-between area, really keeps the defense honest.
Oh, man, that is just easy for him out there. At his size with that kind of touch, that is money.
DeRozan, that's good.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Well, if there was ever a no-doubt #1 pick, it is Zion Williamson. Brent New Orleans jumped at the chance to draft him.
Yeah, hard to think of a transition where you have a transcendental star in Anthony Davis in the 7 seasons he gave to the Pelicans, that Zion Williamson would come in and almost make you, and I don't mean this in a bad way, Kevin, but forget about AD. There's that much excitement and enthusiasm around what the talent set is and the skill set of this young star player could be.
For the New Orleans Pelicans, their last game a loss to the Kings. Mills finds Gay. Oh, took the contact. And here we go with the coach's challenge. A surprise in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And that was something else.
Yeah, Redick more than happy to get off the ball that time and spot the open man.
Now Mills. With nobody on him, he buries the jumper.
Yeah, you got to get up tighter than that. Some players you can give that much room to, but not him.
It's a... And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from New Orleans?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, you don't see that all that often, getting down there and doing that much damage in a quarter. You got to respect the game plan.
Jackson is out there with J.J. Redick. Folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And both free throws good for Redick.
And perimeter shooting never more valuable. And that's been J.J. Redick's M.O. all along. An elite marksman who can hit from anywhere. Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
8 lead changes now, and we're still just in the first half.
And I'm not sure I've seen a game with more lead changes this early.
And in today's game, if you don't have floor spacing, your offense is going to struggle.
They call it gravity, the ability of outside shooters to attract defensive attention. Redick, one of those you don't leave for a moment.
New Orleans in the lead. Jackson up top, covered by Mills. Hayes the pass to Melly. Over Gay. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And the EuroLeague's top scorer last season, Nicolo Melli, had turned down some NBA offers in the past, decides to make the leap to join the Pelicans, and gives them a highly skilled player in that front court.
Makes it pretty tough on the defense. Who you going to pick to send to the free throw line? And he's hitting the free throws right now. Form looks good.
Here is Forbes. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. Just 2 to shoot. 3-pointer. It's rebounded by Hayes. Pelicans leading by 3. Hart the pass to Melli. Jackson with it. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Hart, that's good.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Poked away. The pass to Forbes. Looking to end the run. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans.
Things are going south right now. This is not the type of shooting that his teammates expect from him. So every coach should show players game tape of how he just boxed out right there. Great job with the footwork and using his body to step to the rebound.
Gay outside. 5 to shoot. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. No good off the back of the rim. The Pelicans have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter.
Total letdown by the D. Can't leave the bucket unprotected.
Absolutely. And it takes an easy 2 points onto the lead.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
Mills looking it over. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. The 55th pick back in 2009. Those picks don't hit very often, but Greg Patty Mills, now with a decade in the NBA.
6 foot nothing. And that may be generous. The Australian Mills, a dangerous pull-up shooter, and he does not back down.
A platoon swap here for New Orleans. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for Tyler Zeller. DeMar DeRozan comes in for Rudy Gay. Walker's checked in for Marco Bellinelli. And it's White in for Bryn Forbes.
And you got to give appreciation to how Poeltl punishes shooters. A dynamite shot blocker with impeccable timing.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one is on Holiday. When it comes to hustle, effort, who would you put on the floor to get those 50-50 points that are just so important? And sometimes, with the win or loss in the balance.
And I watch Kawhi Leonard, and even though he's a superstar player, there's still some efficiency in his action to go and get that ball.
He just never stops.
He never stops. And so, yeah, he might not get dirty, but he doesn't have to because he outsmarts everybody else to get to it. And we have scrappy guys like Marcus Smart and Patrick Beverley who we've talked about as being nuisances on the court. But, those guys are invaluable to any coaching staff. And when they have those kind of plays, it just gets everybody going and brings a level of energy back to the game.
It does energize it. You're exactly right. Mills dishes to Poeltl. Right side to Walker. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
Holiday, the pass to Okafor. Holiday rebounds San Antonio. Poeltl's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Rosen dishes to Poeltl. Outside, Walker. Pass to Mills. That misses off the backboard.
And his lateral quickness really allows him to stay in front of the shooter there and challenge the shot.
Talk about versatility on offense a lot, but how about on defense? And he takes pride in making an impact down there.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip end.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. DeRozan passes to Poeltl. Back to DeRozan to the left wing. And here's Mills from the arc. That one doesn't go. from deep. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K. A tremendous start for Zion Williamson. He had 10 points and 2 steals. And that'll do.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. You look at Zion Williamson, guys. In this game, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, and early on, he has been feasting in the paint, and you have to think they're going to keep feeding the big fella.
Oh, man, pouring it on right now, and why wouldn't you?
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the court right now for the Spurs, we've got Derek White. Pirtle is out there with DeRozan. Then there's Murray, and it's Walker in at the small forward position.
You just watch Zion Williamson, and everybody's so curious about where it is that he fits positionally. We do know this. In terms of his power and athleticism, he's already elite. And in this league, he's going to find ways to make contributions. And where he likes to hang his hat is the way he plays defensively. And for a young player to gravitate towards that, that's something special.
And slam dunk by Ingram.
And really an underrated playmaker. Williamson with good court vision and solid decision making.
Outside DeRozan. And he converts the layup. DeRozan's got his second basket of the game. And Brent with Zion, he's a great fit for a team that will want to get up and down like the Pelicans.
Oh, yeah, there's no doubt that he has already infused this city and this franchise with a tremendous amount of enthusiasm to watch his growth. But the mindset of Zion Williamson is about what he can do for the team. And that's what I'm most interested in. What kind of plays can he make? And him playing defense and using that ability down there to ignite the offense, that's where he can make some immediate impact.
Ingram kicks the ball. Holiday dishes to Ingram. To the middle. Here's Williamson, and the dunk by Williamson.
Difficult to guard and pick and roll. Zion's combination of mobility and quickness, along with that strength, just so lethal. And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively, because that's when you make a play when you really need it.
Pass to Walker. Outside DeRozan. And finished off by DeRozan.
And he just glides to the hoop on his drives. DeRozan's got plenty of force to his game. Don't get me wrong, but he makes everything look so effortless.
To the inside. And the dunk by Williamson.
And yeah, he's 280 pounds. We've never seen anyone hang in the air like this young man. Williamson is special.
White the pass to Pirtle. And the dunk by Pirtle.
Oh, up high and down hard with that one-hander.
He got a little extra forceful. You're right with that one. And it's Ingram missing.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
The putback. Walker on the follow. Walker's got 7 points in the game.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Ball dishes to Williamson. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ball's got 5 assists tonight.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
To the right side. Walker the pass to DeRozan. Back to Walker. Here's Murray. The kick out to Walker. Offensive rebound. Pirtle dishes to Murray. Pass to DeRozan. And here's White. He's covered by Favors. White the pass to Walker. Tries yet again. Yep, it goes in. The Pelican lead is cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from White.
And pro move there. Finds a way to gain some separation against the much taller defender.
Yeah, I don't think he even sees a taller defender out there, just a gifted scorer.
Shot's good by Walker. There's 57 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Ingram outside. Launches a three. Sinks the triple. Ingram's got 5 points in the quarter.
An even stronger second half. Tremendous efficiency at the offensive end of the floor.
Here's White. Plays it up and banks it in. 2 for 1 opportunity here if they want it.
And no doubt, Kevin, if I'm them, I go for it.
Ball. And no good that time. And the Spurs going the other way now. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one. And that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. Mills passes to Zeller. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
A 78% foul shooter a season ago. Pretty steady when he's at the line.
New Orleans leading by 3. Down low. Stolen by Gay. Here is Forbes, and he lays it straight in. Forbes has got 5 points so far.
This team really feeds off of one another in terms of their energy.
At least in the second half they have been. The first half wasn't played anywhere near this intense.
And here's Mills for 3, and the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. We'll take a quick. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, Greg, is peripheral vision.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Hart is out there with Hayes. Then there's Jackson. Then there's Jahlil Okafor. And it's Redick in at the 2 spot. That's the Pelicans 5.
Well, he's dialed in right now in the in-between game. I'd love to see Rudy Gay capitalize there.
And Redick kicks to Hart. Now here's Redick. Some solid defense from Gay.
Yeah, my expectations were that he was not going to miss that one, Kevin. He handles that kind of defense, especially on the inside.
Here's Forbes. That doesn't go on the chance to tie.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
And stolen by Gay. Oh, that was huge!
Incredible.
In his prime, Rudy Gay would throw down some hellacious dunks, and that time gets in for another one. Still part of his arsenal.
The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. 2 points. That one goes. Mills has got the game tied up here for the Spurs.
In the mid-range, rarely the hallmark of efficiency in today's NBA, but it is on point tonight. And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
To the middle, here's Zeller. And here's the upcoming schedule for New Orleans. On Friday, they'll be matching up against Mike Conley and the Utah Jazz. And then on Saturday, they'll be playing against Lou Williams and the Los Angeles Clippers.
And for that game against the Hawks, I think it's going to be an interesting challenge. Even though they expect to come out on top, this could probably be a pick-em game, depending on how they play.
DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for the Spurs. Ball, the pass to Hart. Here's Hayes, and Hayes throws it down.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? And a fast break now for the Pelicans. New Orleans moving it around. Here's Hart. He's covered by Gay. Redick with the bucket.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
And Mills kicks to Gay. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Pelicans leading by 6. Here's Ball, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Ball's got his first bucket of the night.
I'm a fan of how Ball uses that size inside. Excellent at getting his shot off close to the basket.
So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for Tyler Zeller. Lonnie Walker comes in for Rudy Gay. Whitey's checked in for Bryn Forbes. And it's DeJounte Murray in for Patty Mills.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Both of these teams locked in on the offensive end. It's going to be a high-scoring affair tonight.
Spurs trail by 8. Murray the pass to Purdy. Hit the tip, and Murray with the second chance points. Murray's got 4 this quarter.
Great at using his body and finding his feet in positions on the boards where he can get up, get to it, get an extra possession.
The rebound by the Spurs. Walker dishes to DeRozan. White looking around. Fires for 3. Cans it from downtown. Now just a 3-point Pelican lead.
A pretty free look from three-point range. The D forgot about it on that possession.
Well, you concern yourself with the other guys who you think are going to damage you, and he stepped up and delivered that huge three-point shot.
Some young players tend to defer in big moments. Not Zion.
And that one misses. And a wide open look for Walker. And it's DeRozan with the extra effort.
Smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he can just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they? The time for the ball. Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession.
And the score being this close, you have to retain possession of the ball. You just can't give it away like that.
I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
And Redick kicks to Ingram. Gets the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
And Ingram, the former Blue Devil, an extraordinary player who only promises to get better.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Ball's checked in.
And just like that, this game is a 2-possession affair.
Walker the pass to DeRozan. Yes!
Flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Redick finds Ball. Redick against Murray. Shot clock at 6. New Orleans needs to get off a shot from deep 3-point range.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-ups, so maybe just a step too far.
Now the presentation of our Jordan player of the game, Zion Williamson.
And he's just been crushing it from the field tonight, Kevin. Whether it's been on open looks or with the guy draped all over him, he just hadn't missed much. With his percentage in the sky-high range, they've had...
David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks.
time, hang time. Moving the plug in the power, ayy. Came with a charge in my alley, ooh. Charge it again like it's credit, Your team crowd need an edit, yeah. I see face and get it, hold up. Ooh, that's dead, need a minute, need a plan to revive. Let's get a shot pressing. They say what I said, they got like 20 moves and like 100 problems. I'm James with a step back, throw that shot up, I don't miss often. No look, I had to boss up, get the post up when it's over.
The Spurs came into the arena earlier with one thought on their mind. A little intimidation factor, D.A. Thanks. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for DeRozan.
And he's fallen out of favor a little bit in their offense, at least compared to how he was being used earlier in the season. His usage percentage is down over the past 5 games. Maybe he'll be more involved here tonight.
And the starting group for the Spurs. We've got DeRozan. Derek White is out there with Murray. Then there's Pirtle, and it's Walker in at the 3 spot. And for Sacramento, Fox and Bogdanovich pair up at the 1 and the 2. Harrison Barnes is out there with Bielitsa, and it's Holmes in at the center position. He gets that one. Chris, you look at the grind of a regular season. Adam Silver seems open to fewer games or even fewer minutes per game. What do you think of that?
This is one that I'm not with, Kevin. You know, in my day, you had guys play 82 games. Let's go back to the days of Bill Russell and Wilt Chamberlain. They were playing in shoes that basically were socks, and they didn't have tape, and they didn't have all the things that we're privy to in the medical industry. So I think we should keep it at 82 games and minutes the same, because it keeps a full context of sports where you can talk about Harden versus or Westbrook versus a Big O. It keeps the argument in the same place. I think fewer games, fewer minutes starts to change the dynamics and the expectations of what players can do. I don't mind changing it, adding tournaments, letting guys get more rest, but I think the number of games and the minutes of the game has to stay 48 minutes, has to stay 82 games.
Very interesting. Good work there as it goes.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Now, here's Holmes. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. Bielitsa against DeRozan. Back to Barnes. Here's the 3. Sacramento gets it back in a new 14. Here's Fox. Here's Holmes. They had a number of cracks at it, but came away empty-handed. To the inside. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
They've come out with guns blazing. 4 for 5 from the field. They've got the D really.
And here is Fox. He's coming off a 28-point game against New Orleans.
So many of his points came at the line. The D was trying to play him physically. And he just said, yeah, bring it on.
And when Pirtle sees one of his guys wide open, he whips it his way. He's all for doing what's best for the team.
Now, here's Fox. Looking at the numbers, he's averaging about 20.5 points a game. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
The defense has done a good job of forcing him in tough shots this quarter.
The shot's good. White's got his second bucket of the game to go.
I tell you what, you better watch out, fellas. He is on fire here today. It's common to see wing players improve their perimeter shooting in the league, but DeMar DeRozan's most striking growth has been his ball handling and playmaking. He's been dynamic with the ball in his hands.
Shot's good by Walker.
And just a great job of controlling that defensive backboard, then getting out in transition. That's been the difference.
The pass to Holmes. Murray against Fox. Over Murray. And that one hits back iron. Well, Greg DeRozan watching a ton of films of guys like Andre Miller and Sam Cassell operating in the pick and roll.
Not only that, Kevin, to strengthen his left hand, he'd use it for daily activities like writing, leaving no stone unturned to become an expert initiator.
Pirtle, and the dunk by Pirtle.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, it feels like they're just one step ahead right now, looking to build out their advantage even further. Oh, you have to appreciate the ball movement and the commitment to getting a high percentage look.
Murray kicks to Walker. 40 seconds left to play in the first. Murray finds DeRozan. Out to White. Over Bogdanovich. Can't hit the free throw line jump.
Setup's good. That's the shot they're looking for, but you can't get them all to go.
The kick out to Fox. Pass to Bielitsa. No good on the shot. Nice D from DeRozan. Left side Walker. Uncovered. And that's good for 2. Walker's got 7 points in the game. And DeJounte Murray gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Healed from outside. No good that time. Got it off in time. The shot will not fall. And so it's the San Antonio Spurs in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. Guys, what's your take on the Spurs so far?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
No question. It's been stifling thus far, preventing that offense from establishing any kind of rhythm.
Joseph and Hield make up the backcourt. Giles is out there with Kent Bazemore, and it's Len in at the 5 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento.
One of Bellinelli's most effective shots is his pull-up jumper. He is extremely quick on the draw with that shot.
Sacramento with the ball. Following the bucket by the Spurs. Hield attacking. Gets the 14-footer to fall.
Great work to find the space to get off the open jumper. He's going to work hard for those.
Hey, Chris, there's a lot to like for this Kings franchise right now. Fans have got to be excited about their future.
Yeah, and credit my man Vlade in the front office for rebuilding. They got lots of great young talent, and they kept their picks. The team should be a big factor in the West in the coming years.
Tyler Zeller's checked in for Jakob Poeltl. The Kings trail by 9. Outside, Joseph. And we're starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. Inside. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And I got to say, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still, a magnificent move to the rim. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, after years and years of rebuilding, the Kings are finally a team on the rise, and they're earning respect. Draymond Green said they've got a lot of young talent, never quit. Probably the fastest team in the history of the NBA. Green said after he plays them, I leave the game exhausted. I go home, I'm dead. And Kevin, we know that Green is pretty accustomed to going all out.
David, he sure is. He's got a lot of engine in him. Thank you so much. Hield with the bucket.
And I like that they're not settling. Getting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Mills passes to Zeller. Back to Mills. The shot, no good. And Sacramento will go the other way with it. Defeated by the Pelicans in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them. Gets it to go. That one good from Giles.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Now here's Zeller. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game.
A high-efficiency scorer. I mean, inside. I mean, Zeller with those great soft hands.
And you see flashes of brilliance with Harry Giles. And eventually, Chris, you think he'll put it all together.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I do, Kevin. He missed so much time in both college and his entire rookie year. I mean, a little behind the curve in that regard, but the talent is clear. And there was a reason why he was once the top-rated player in the draft.
Jabari Parker's checked in for Sacramento. And San Antonio also making a switch. DeRozan's checked in. Here's DeRozan following the basket by Buddy Hield. Forbes dishes to DeRozan. And there's a whistle that goes on Corey Joseph. That's foul number 2 for him.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Barnes is checked in for Sacramento. Fox comes in for Corey Joseph. Draws contact on the... And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Now here's Gay following the missed shot by De'Aaron Fox. Here is Forbes, guarded by Fox. Shot clock at 5. From deep. Forbes can't get it to go.
When D forgets about him on the perimeter, they're playing with fire. Lucky they don't get burned here.
And Fox has it in the corner. Nice fake with the layup off the mark.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Looking at the last game for San Antonio, it was a win against Dallas. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Gay. Sacramento making some changes. Bielitsa, he checks in for Harry Giles. And it's Bogdanovich in for Heel. The Spurs also changing it up. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for Tyler Zeller. White comes in for Marco Bellinelli. And Murray subbed in for Bryn Forbes. Another miss by Fox.
He hit 1 3 in the first, but the well has been totally dry for him in the second.
And here's Gay outside. And it's Fox with the rebound. Barnes passes to Bogdanovich. Lays it up and banks it in. Bogdanovich has got 5.
And you can see the comfortable level Bogdanovich has. I mean, close to the rim, he knows he has the touch.
White. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And some good.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Well, it was all about San Antonio as the game got going. At one point, they had a 9-point lead fueled by... And that'll...
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. And we've seen stars, Chris, get suspended in the playoffs for having 7 technical fouls. Should we modify that rule at all, do you think?
I think it can be tweaked.
And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to make a challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
The Spurs shooting their first free throw of the night. The Kings trail by 5. Now Fox. Passes it to Bielitsa. And Poeltl sends it back.
And you got to give appreciation to how Hurdle punishes shooters. A dynamite shot blocker with impeccable timing.
Murray surveying the D. Off target with his three. Sacramento's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Throws it up high. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. And stolen by Bogdanovich. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. Bogdanovich has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
You'd like to see a little more energy coming out of halftime on the defensive end.
Walker's shot is off. And so it's Bogdanovich who brings up the ball for the Sacramento Kings. It's a 3-point game. Fox kicks to Bogdanovich. Fox against White. Clock at 6. To the wing on the left. Here's Holmes. Rebounded by the Spurs. Hurdle's got 6 rebounds in the game. From 11 feet away. And it's DeRozan missing.
It might take them a little while to find their stride here in the second half. Only 1 for 4 so far. They just need to calm down, play their game.
Fox kicks to Holmes. For the tie. Sacramento gets it back. Goes back up. And the shot is good. The Spurs lead has been cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Bielitsa.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Chris, when Bielitsa is on the floor, he certainly gives this offense a different look.
Yeah, Bielitsa does a fantastic job spreading the floor and opening the lanes for the rest of the team. Doesn't have to play 30 minutes to make his impact felt out there on the floor. Just key stretches to free things up.
Here's Fox. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Fox has got 4 points this quarter.
Well, Fox is mastering the timing required to succeed in the pick and roll. Trust me, it's not easy.
Murray, good.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that.
Fox looking it over. And DeJounte Murray gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. Kent Bazemore's checked in for Sacramento. Corey Joseph comes in for De'Aaron Fox. Spurs also with the sub. Mills, he's checked in for Murray. And stolen by Bazemore. Back to Joseph. Jacks up a 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Joseph's got it all tied up now for the Kings.
He'll do some damage if they give him that shot. Don't give him a clean look. Get out there on him.
Shoots from 8, and another basket for San Antonio. Sacramento's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Barnes outside. Back to Joseph. We've got 1:18 left in the 3rd quarter. Holmes, good.
Well, you like guys who can work that in-between area. Really keeps the defense honest.
Oh, yeah. Flexibility is crucial. You have to be able to take what the defense gives you.
Sacramento making some changes. Lenz checked in for Rashawn Holmes. Jabari Parker comes in for Bielitsa. And it's Buddy Hield in for Barnes. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Zeller, he's checked in for Parker. Gay comes in for DeMar DeRozan. Ellenelli, he's checked in for Walker. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Derek White. Bazemore passes to Parker. 11 feet away. It's deflected.
And if they're thinking, they can get a 2-for-1 here.
You just have to manage the clock correctly. You know, sometimes it's easier said than done if you also want to get a good look.
Gay finds Mills. Five on the clock. San Antonio needs to get off a shot here. Forbes can't get it to go.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Bazemore misses.
That's a shot they're always happy to get, even when he blows the finish.
Bellinelli dishes to Forbes. Pass to Zeller. Missed inside. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Spurs lead by 2. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, he put it on the platter and it was served cold. Now, I love the poise, the decisiveness. This is how you run an offense.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. On the court for Sacramento. That's at the point with Hield to his side. They're the backcourt. Giles is out there with Alex Len, and it's Parker in at the 3 slot. Outside, Fox. To the paint, Giles. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a 3-point play. It's going to be on Rudy Gay. Free throw good, Giles. And here's Gay. He'll bring it up for San Antonio. They've led by as many as 11 points. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one. Start a 3-game homestand with that game. And here's a look at what's coming up for the Kings. On Sunday, they'll be matching up against Kevin Durant and the Brooklyn Nets. And then on Tuesday, they'll go up against Kristaps Porzingis and the Dallas Mavericks.
And for that matchup with the Magic, there aren't many other meetings that are as evenly matched as this one. Both teams can give and take punches, and this one, I think, is going to come down to the wire.
Hield outside. From the arc, gets the 3-pointer to fall. Hield's got the game tied up here for the Kings.
A genuine sniper from distance. Hield's 3-point stroke is as good as it gets.
And the pass to Forbes. Over Hield. Bank shot, no good. Sacramento's gone to the 3-pointer 11 times tonight, nailed 5 of them to take the lead. They get it back. The Spurs shooting 56% in this game, really stringing quality possessions together offensively.
Oh my goodness, the speed of Gay is overwhelming for many defenders. He really uses both his size and his quickness in transition extremely well.
Fox goes in, and it's Giles missing. A pass to Gay, and finished off by Gay.
And check out the hops from Gay. Just throw it up to him, and he'll take care of the rest.
Here is Forbes. Spurs passing it around. Chalk up 2 there. And now a 6-point Spurs lead.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Out to Parker. Here's Len. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, and they aren't just chucking up anything. I mean, they're doing a great job of creating quality looks.
Here's Mills. Kicks it out to Gay. Back to Mills. Again, the Spurs good for 2.
And so far in the second half, this has been a different kind of game than what we saw early on.
Greg, this game has come to life. They're out there battling now. We didn't see this in the first half.
Giles the pass to Len. And Pirtle sends it back. Here's DeRozan. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. And the Spurs lead by 7.
You can learn a lot by watching him operate in their offense.
Here's Fox. No good with the triple.
Look, I know he wants to get him back into this, but that's not the way to do it. They need smart shots, not thieves.
And that's good. Lead pass to get it done.
So calm and collected in the big spots. Fox, he relishes being the guy to take huge shots for this team.
DeRozan finds Pirtle. Stolen by Len. And up the court come the Kings on the break. And Fox gets it to go.
And you Talk about clutch plays. I mean, defensively and offensively. And we saw it right there.
It's good from long range.
That's a nice play. Getting the separation he needs for a clean look.
Yeah, he may just have to put a little more arc under that. But either way, it's a tough shot.
1:16 left in the fourth quarter. Spurs leading by 6. And here's Mills for 3. The rebound by Hield.
This is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get points.
Oh, yeah, a little room for error now. We'll see what they run.
Yeah, easy call.
First free throw is good, and that brings them within 5.
And guys, I've heard that Fox honed a lot of his basketball skills by playing NBA 2K. What up, Fox? Well, check it out. He learned the art of the pick and roll off ball screens, and he says that he's just about unbeatable at that game, too. Hey, Fox, I got you, baby. We can play anytime you want to.
And DeRozan kicks to Murray. Kicks it out to Gay. Just 5 on the clock. Over Bielitsa. Rebounded by Holmes. Hield against White. Hield the pass to Bielitsa. Up again. It's good. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Look at the fortitude on Barnes. They got to give him a bucket here. He wants to be the one to get it for him. No fear at all.
And it's Barnes with the ball for the Kings. Pass to Holmes. Fox against Zeller. Fox kicks to Barnes. It's in! He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Yeah, he approached that one with total confidence. He has what it takes to come through in the clutch.
DeRozan, help!
And he just glides to the hoop on his drives. DeRozan's got plenty of force to his game, don't get me wrong, but he makes everything look so effortless.
Timeout called by the Kings. They're down by 2. 1 second left to play here in the fourth. Guys, what's your take?
And with under 2 seconds remaining, they need something quick. Don't have time for an extra pass here, but they want to try for a 3 off the inbound play and go for the win. Definitely doable.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Rudy Gay.
And his focus, guys, has been laser sharp, and his touch from the field, flawless.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's...
We've been talking so much NBA 2K21, but we wanted to stop and take a moment to thank you guys for tuning in and joining us for 45 episodes in NBA 2K20.
We've had so much fun connecting with you all over this past season.
So as we put NBA 2K20 to a close, we take a look back at our favorite moments on NBA 2K TV.
Downtown San Antonio. And before we...
Well, guys, there were
a proud franchise. Thank you, David. Now look at Memphis's starting group. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. And it's Anderson in at the 3 spot. And for the Spurs, DeJounte Murray is out there with White. Then there's Pirtle, and it's DeRozan, and it's Walker in at the 3 spot.
Boy, Pirtle is a guy that plays with a lot of force. I mean, when he's near the basket, the defense better watch out for the dunk.
No good from Valanciunas. And so it's Walker with it, who brings it up for San Antonio. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
And the bench turned up in that one. Whatever they couldn't get from their starters, they got from the reserves.
Well, you know, you hear about the importance of having depth all the time, bench players that contribute. In last game, their bench came alive.
It's DeRozan with the drive. Outside, Walker. DeRozan on the wing. He had 13 points in the win against Dallas.
And even while he was piling up all those points, he still found a way to create chances for his teammates. The assists just kept on coming.
And growing up about 15 miles south of the Staples Center, DeMar DeRozan idolized Kobe Bryant, Clark, and patterned his game after him.
And you can see evidence of Kobe's game in DeMarcus's game. You think about the footwork, the ability to post up, the moves and counter moves, the balance and strength. I think he owes a lot of that to the Mamba.
Here's White. Jaren Jackson making his last shot. White finds Pirtle. Just 5 to shoot. Great positioning on the putback.
Love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed.
And then the nifty touch to tip it in as well.
And here are the Grizzlies now, following the bucket by the Spurs. Brooks with it. Coming in off a 21-point game his last outing. They grant their own miss. For San Antonio, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Stolen by Jackson. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Here's Morant. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Passes to White. It's stolen by Valanciunas. And now the Grizzlies, fast break. Here's Brooks, and Pirtle sends it back.
Wonderful anticipation that time from Pirtle, positioning himself perfectly to send that one back.
And the Spurs with some changes. Gay comes in for Lonnie Walker, and it's Bryn Forbes in for Derek White. Brooks feeling it out a bit. 4 on the shot clock. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. From 17 feet out, Brooks. The rebound by the Spurs. And some changes here for the Spurs. Tyler Zeller's checked in for Perk. Bellinelli comes in for DeMar DeRozan. Dennis Mills in for DeJounte Murray. Memphis also making some changes. Chang, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Grayson Allen comes in for Dylan Brooks. And it's DeAnthony Melton in for Morant. We were asked this the other day, you and I, if you could choose one guard in the league to shoot a clutch 3-point shot for you, Clark, who would be your guy?
Ironically, they're both on the same team, Kevin. I would start with Steph Curry. I think he clearly is the guy you want shooting it. And then after that, I would go with Klay Thompson. There are a number of other guys, but Steph is a pretty good gap in front of most. And then I think Klay is just a notch or two below Steph.
I agree. Great backcourt. Lillard up in Portland, another one. There's so many great ones in the NBA. But
yeah, Lillard would certainly be on the 3-man list for sure.
Here's Melton. It's not going to go for him. So the Spurs will take it the other way. And Forbes kicks to Bellinelli. Here's Clark. The layup off target.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
So comfortable finishing on the move. It's very rare to see Gay off balance on his drives.
And Patrick Mills gets that whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. 52 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
You know, the Spurs are never afraid to play to the tune of their own drummer. I mean, just as the rest of the league embraces threes and layups, the Spurs going against that grain, leading the league in mid-range shots and post-up.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Gay passes to Zeller. Here's Bellinelli. No points in the game yet for him. That's tipped.
Well, this is where measurements don't tell the whole story. Clark is a tremendous shot blocker despite having an average wingspan.
Allen for the 3. San Antonio with the rebound. To the wing right side. Off pass to Gay. And the jam by Rudy Gay.
And you can't fall asleep on Gay, even for a second. When you do, he's as high there for the alley-oop.
Keeps it alive. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Spurs lead by... Welcome back, everyone. It's Noche Latina in the NBA as we resume action. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Spurs?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort defensively. They put it all out there in that opening quarter.
Bellinelli is out there with Rudy Gay. Then it's Mills. Then it's Zeller. And it's Forbes in at the shooting guard. That's the San Antonio 5. Here's Bellinelli. Zeller trying to free himself up. Here's Gay. Kicks it to Bellinelli. Back to Gay. Makes it off the glass. Gay's got 8.
Boy, Gay doing a nice job to corral that rebound. A sneaky good play there. He corralled it and finished it.
Here's Melton. Banked in off the glass.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
You know what, guys, honestly, I didn't think he'd win that battle. I mean, that's a lot of height to give up.
Shot by Zeller, no good. And for Memphis, they're shooting only 31%. Their offense really struggling to put possessions together. That gives them the lead. Allen's got the lead up to 3 now for the Grizzlies.
And they're very lucky to have the lead after that terrible shooting in the first quarter. But they've rounded into form here in the second and have brought that field goal percentage up.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Jaren Jackson Jr. is the son of an NBA player. And I'm so old, I covered his dad in college. Growing up, his parents let him find his passion, but the game was always in his genes. Jackson Jr. said, "I've always prided myself on being more than just a basketball player, but I can't deny my laser focus on the sport." Kevin, he's following in his father's footsteps, but looking to create his own legacy.
Terrific mentor, but he's just getting started, David. Thank you. So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. Grizzlies making a switch here. The Spurs have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Jackson against Murray. Now the pass to Anderson. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Memphis moving it around. 6 on the shot clock. Jackson trying to break free. Melton's shot is good. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for Memphis.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steal.
And the other thing they've done well is they've run the shooters off their sweet spots. They've really closed out well and forced them to put the basketball on the floor.
And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. This break gives us the chance to see which teams have been the most successful in the transition game this month. The Grizzlies fourth.
They've been playing an exciting brand of basketball during that time. I mean, taking every chance to get out in the open floor.
Hurdle finds Murray. Over in the corner, White. Back to Murray. Jackson against DeRozan. Outside, Walker. And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession.
And a moment now to see the stats for Anderson. His last 10 games, he's averaging about 7 points a game, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. And there isn't much to write home about with his numbers. I think he'd like to up his contributions.
Yeah, but you got to earn that chance. I mean, you get what you earn. His numbers are fine, but he's not going to get a lot more floor time unless he turns it up a notch.
Memphis has gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. To the middle. Here's Melton. Good. Score the basket. Mark him 4 for 8, shooting 50% so far.
Boy, what a quarter for him. I mean, he's found his rhythm, and he's really riding that wave right now.
Walker surveying the floor. Pass to DeRozan. Back to Walker. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Walker's got 5 now.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
And the Spurs scoring again. We've got 1:08 left to play here in the second quarter. Here's Melton. He's covered by Murray. Kicks it out to Allen. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Drains it from beyond the arc. Allen's got it all tied up now for the Grizzlies.
Yep, you know, after a scoreless first period, he's really turned it up a notch, building some momentum.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Gay comes in for White, and it's Mills in for Murray. It's Morant in the corner. Inside. And they double up Jackson. Brooks outside. Shot from the low block. And it's Valanciunas that time on the assist by Brooks. And the Grizzlies lead by 2. Now here's Mills. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Pass to Walker for the 3. The putback. And Valanciunas pulls it down. We'll get right.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. For the Grizzlies, the first quarter was pretty even. Some good moments from both teams, but as the first... And that's...
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. A lot of players keep track of their stats, their own team stats. But, Clark, how much do guys pay attention to stats in game?
I have no idea. I mean, I know stat sheets are given to the coaches during the timeouts throughout the game, but I don't think players in general are able to monitor their numbers. Now, there are exceptions to every rule. I imagine every team may have a player or two that can chart his numbers during the game, but the vast majority are too occupied with playing the game to keep up with the stats.
And they're looking up at the scoreboard, too, aren't they? Because they give individual stats up on the board.
Oh, man. Yeah, I tell you that, and then watching replays is one of my pet peeves with players. I mean, they should just focus on playing the game instead of always looking up to see if they fouled it.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. So the Grizzlies 5 right now. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. And it's Jackson in at the small forward. Hurdle finds Murray. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Here's Walker, and he uses the glass on the layup. Walker's got 9. Memphis leading. And here's Brooks from outside. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
You see the court awareness Morant has. Outstanding at keeping his teammates involved with good looks.
And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for him.
And a promising trend this month is the rise in his effective field goal percentage. He's showing a lot of smarts. Shot selection has been tremendous, and it's helped his numbers a ton.
Passes it to Jackson. From 12 feet out, here's Valanciunas. And the call, and here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review. They're doing work here in the second half, 3 or 4 to start.
And Clark, coming out of Washington as a one-and-done, DeJounte Murray was considered a raw prospect.
Yeah, very raw. The 29th pick in the 2016 draft, guys, taken by the Spurs. Excellent physical tools and outstanding athleticism. It was surprising that he left when he did. I recall that when I heard. But at 6'5", a 7-foot wingspan, he's got a chance to be special.
So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor.
Boy, you look at Josh Jackson. This guy is really skilled. I love his skill set. He's a lengthy forward who I think is only going to get better on both ends of the floor as time goes on.
Memphis leading by 5. Brooks with no one around. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Brooks has got his second basket of the night. Mills passes to Zeller. Back to Mills. From outside the arc. Rebounded by Valanciunas. Valanciunas has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Medu, he's checked in for Tyler Zeller. Anderson, he's checked in for Memphis. Back to Brooks. The pass to Valanciunas. And it's Valanciunas finishing it off.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Jakob Poeltl's checked in for the Spurs.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Yeah, they've not missed a single foul shot this half, and that's taking care of business, fellas.
And the Grizzlies leading by 9. Here's Brooks. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And with their hot shooting here in the second half, their field goal percentage over 50% now for the game.
Yeah, it's not a surprise then to see them out in front the way they've been efficient offensively in this half and actually throughout the entire game.
And the Spurs making a change here. DeRozan's checked in.
And when Pirtle sees a guy on his team open, he finds him right away, whipping that pass there directly.
Brooks dishes to Valanciunas. The quick look, no good that time.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
The offensive rebound, Forbes. It's Pirtle top of the key. Second shot opportunity. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Boy, Pirtle is polished in the post. Call him 3P man. Polished, post, Pirtle.
Morant, he's checked in for Memphis. Memphis leading by 7. We've got 22 seconds left in the third. Out to Brooks, out to the wing. Valanciunas against Pirtle. Here's Morant. Clark, great positioning on the putback. And the Grizzlies lead by 9.
And all of his athleticism on display there. Clark's work ethic makes him lethal on that offensive backcourt.
And so it's the... Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense too, Greg. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can pass.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. We've got Jakob Pirtle. White is out there with Murray. Then it's DeRozan. And it's Walker in at the 3, the small forward. That's the San Antonio 5. And it's Murray penetrating. The shot comes out. Nice D from Valanciunas. And the Grizzlies leading by 9. Pass to Morant. Takes it from 10. Up again. It's good on the putback.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Down low. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
Terrific dime there. Morant realizing his responsibility to share the wealth with his teammates.
And it's Walker penetrating, and that'll be 2 free throws coming. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
You know, we know Murray's got some creativity to his passing game, but no need to be creative there. I mean, he sees the wide open man and zips it right to him.
Now here's Morant. He's covered by Murray. And here's Morant. Pass to Clark. Now Morant uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Grizzlies lead by 16.
And he has starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
And good that time.
You know, that's a veteran play. DeRozan stays open to all possibilities. That's seeing the game in front of you. Excellent find.
And that one's good by Clark. Clark's got 4 points now in the quarter.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets
from inside.
Well, the defensive rotations, Greg, has been a step slow, and it's really helped them get that ball inside time after time.
And the Grizzlies leading by 14. Morant kicks to Brooks. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one on DeRozan. And the first one at the line is good. Tyler Zeller's checked in for the Spurs. Mills comes in for Murray. The Grizzlies also making a change. Jaren Jackson, he's checked in for Clark. And here's Mills from the arc. Rebounded by Jackson. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on DeMar DeRozan. That's foul number 2 for him. Memphis has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Morant passes to Jackson. The dish to Valanciunas. Takes the 12-footer and hits. Valanciunas has got 10 points here in the second half.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
DeRozan. And that one is off. And the Grizzlies going the other way now. Pass to Jackson. Brooks kicks to Anderson. 1:24 left here in the fourth quarter. Brooks outside. From 17 feet out. Zeller grabs the board. Spurs trail by 18.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for Memphis.
Free throws were a big factor in this one.
You know, it's always great to get a lot of shots at the line, but the key, they were able to convert tonight. You start making free throws, and it can get you the win.
And with this win, they'll end up notching another victory for this year's campaign, win number 33. And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Valanciunas.
Boy, I liked how he mixed it up on the glass. Wasn't afraid to get in there and do the dirty work. Showed some real grit and toughness tonight.
So Memphis ends up going with the new group. Jackson passes to Melton. Kicks it out to Allen. The pass to Jackson. Shot clock reset for Memphis. Tolliver the pass to Jang, and it goes out of bounds. That one is off Zeller.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
And Memphis making a change here. Watanabe's checked in. Melton's shot is good.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what. They got it done.
Look, it's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Now they're playing with urgency, huh? They could have done it much earlier before the game was out of reach.
And they get it back again. I mean, how many rebounds offensively have they had? Everything's going right for them today.
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.
Welcome to this very special episode of NBA 2K TV. I'm Alexis Morgan.
And I'm Chris Manning. Special episode because we have reached number 200.
And getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the ball, and is well, what a great attitude. He is a monster on defense. David, thank you. As we approach the playoffs, let's now take a look at what is shaping up in the West. Look at the Pelicans. They're 10th in the conference, still looking to claim a spot for the playoffs. And, of course, San Antonio, a couple spots below.
And, you know, for the Pelicans, they've been strong at times this season, but they still have some holes. I think they're a playoff caliber team. I just don't think they're a championship caliber team.
This has been the thought all along. They have enough to compete night in and night out, but they're not taking 4 out of 7 from a top team in this league. No way.
Now let's take a look at the starters for New Orleans. Zion is the 4 with Favors at the 5. Holiday and Ingram out on the perimeter. And it's Ball in at the 5. And for the Spurs, White is out there with DeJounte Murray. Then there's Jakob Poeltl. Then there's Rudy Gay. And it's DeRozan in at the 3. Stolen by Holiday. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Here's Williamson. And the dunk by Williamson.
Yeah, and Ball, a transcendent talent, I think, has a real skill for finding his teammates when they have those good looks at the rim.
Now, here's DeRozan. He had 13 points in the win against Dallas.
And don't forget about his assists. His playmaking was as good or better than his scoring. He was in complete control out there. Well, you talk about athletic families. Both of Drew Holiday's parents played Division I college basketball. 2 brothers also in the NBA. His sister played at UCLA. Oh, and by the way, his wife is a gold medal winning soccer player. That is tough to beat.
Spurs have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. And it's Murray with the jam.
A tough cover because Murray thrives in the pick and roll. He can beat you with the shot or the pass.
And Drew Holiday, one of the 3 brothers playing in the NBA at the same time. Greg, how often do you see that?
I mean, we had the Plumleys for a while there, but the Holidays, probably the most notable example. Aaron, Drew, and Justin, a basketball dynasty in one generation.
The Pelicans have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. And stolen by White. And oh, here we go. Gay's got it, the fast break chance. Murray, the pass to Gay. Yep, that one goes.
And that's just a good-looking shot. Gay's always had a good-looking jumper.
To the inside, stolen by Gay. And the Spurs pushing it up now. White's running. Poeltl finds Murray. Back to Poeltl. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
I mean, that's a nice find by Murray. He has the height to see the floor, and his awareness continues to grow.
Near the three-point line, it's Ingram. Pass the ball. Ingram outside. To the paint. Poeltl with the steal. Ingram with the steal. Now here's Williamson. D right on him. Holiday with the 3. Ball tipped back in for 2.
Nice tip in there. I mean, he's got like a 6th sense in terms of where the miss is going to go. That is really a talent.
And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Fantastic anticipation. He has active hands. Even though he doesn't come away with the turnover, he's disrupting their offensive flow.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Tyler Zeller's checked in for Gay. Walker comes in for DeMar DeRozan. Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for Derek White. That's Mills in for Murray. Here's Jackson, following the basket by Tyler Zeller. Redick is in the corner. Shoots from the baseline. The putback, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Mills passes to Zeller. They swipe it. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
This is just one of many areas where Redick has improved, reading the floor and finding his guys for good quality shots.
And the layup falls.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
San Antonio leading by 3. Here's Mills, and it's wide right. Hits off the rim. 6-second difference between shot and game clock. Jackson passes to Melly. Fires the 3. Rebound, San Antonio. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
I like their aggressiveness in that one. No one's going to give you anything. You've got to go out and take it.
Majority of the night, they were in attack mode. Tremendous effort all the way around. Trying to attack the heart of that defense with great teamwork.
Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a... Welcome back to Noche Latina, celebrating the Latin culture and their love for the game of basketball. It just keeps growing. Guys, what's your take on the Spurs so far?
Throughout that first, they just were aggressive on the defensive end, showing active hands.
And they took advantage of some careless ball handling, some careless passing. You have to be more careful around these guys.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. So for New Orleans right now, they've got Jackson. He's out there with J.J. Redick. Hart is out there with Okafor. And it's Melly in at the power forward. Forbes dishes to Mills. 6 to shoot. That shot off the mark. Now New Orleans will take it the other way. Their last encounter was in New Orleans.
It was a loss last time they faced up against each other. A very tightly contested game that they felt they could have won.
It could have gone either way, but unfortunately for them, they ended up on the losing side of that score.
And then Okafor slams it in.
One of the cases where height fails to tell you the whole story.
And you think of the resiliency of New Orleans. It feeds into the ethos of their sports teams, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. Certainly the Pelicans have had their challenges too. Injuries, turnover, and leadership. You can't give up, though. I think that's something this organization and the fans can relate to.
Here's Mills following the score by New Orleans.
And that's okay. Even though you miss, you had the right guy taking the shot.
It's Redick on the wing. Okafor kicks to Hart. Can't tie it up as that one misses. Spurs leading by 3. That's a 2 from Bellinelli. Again, the miss by the Spurs. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
The shot by Redick, no good. For San Antonio, they've gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter.
Rare for him to get a wide open shot from mid-range and fail to connect.
And Okafor slams it in. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And slam dunk by Ingram.
And at 6'9", Ingram is constantly on the prowl for these dunks. An incredible athlete who just finishes with ease near the hoop.
DeRozan in the corner. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Bellinelli against Holiday. Here's Zeller. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Zeller's got 6. Smitty, when things get heated between two players, we often see a double technical call. But should the instigator be penalized more if it can be determined who was the instigator?
I agree, Kevin. I just don't like sometimes when two guys get into it and you just automatically call a double technical. Because the strategy-wise, if I was playing Kevin and their best player had a technical already, I would get into it just so I can call a double technical and hopefully he'll be gone.
Now, wait a minute. Did you really? Honestly?
No, we did. I mean, I think that, Kev, back in the day, you saw, like, Patrick Ewing, for instance. He had a tech. We would just send somebody out there just to see a couple plays. If we can get him thrown out. Especially now, if you just call a double technical the way they do, a lot of star players have been gone.
Jakob Poeltl's checked in for Zeller. And a change for the Pelicans. Favors is checked in. DeRozan with it. Now guarded by Ingram. Passes to Poeltl. Spurs working the ball around now. Murray, the pass to Bellinelli. Here's Gay. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento. Ball no good. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the Spurs. 4-point game. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one, and that will be the third of 5 straight played at home.
DeMar DeRozan, so athletic, rising up to slam it home. Great finish.
Pass to Williamson. And Favors kicks to Ingram. Dishes it to Favors. And there's the pass to Ball. Back to Favors. Over Poeltl. And the Pelicans miss again. San Antonio leading by 6. Gay passes to DeRozan. Back to Gay. Pass to Bellinelli. Wide open look here for Murray. That 3 off the mark. New Orleans has gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Here's Williamson. Gay with the block.
A pretty good defender. Gay using that 7'3" wingspan well. Get that shot out of here.
And there's Favors putting it right back in.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Inside. And finished off by DeRozan.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. A pretty close game for the Spurs throughout the first quarter. At the end of one, they were able to end up with a 5. And that'll do it for...
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. It's been quite a game for DeJounte Murray.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
We've got White. Rudy Gay is out there with Jakob Poeltl. Then it's DeRozan, and it's Murray in at the 1. And that's who's in the game for the Spurs. Here's Williamson. Tries again. Rebounded by the Spurs.
Meeting right at the rim. He typically converts in those situations. Not this time.
White, wide open. He fires. Offline with his 3. And for all the drama surrounding Lonzo Ball's entrance into the NBA, one thing is for certain, he can play.
And Lonzo will always have the media attention, but the fact is he is a very talented player. His playmaking and passing was as elite as advertised from day one. Starting to find his spots on how he can score for himself, but everything else with his game is what you'd want from an elite point guard.
I mean, a terrific free throw shooter, DeRozan, really pushes the action, looking to score and or get fouled.
Now here's Ingram. Great numbers on a nightly basis as he averages over 24 points a game.
Finally, now 1 for 5 here in the third. We'll see if that boosts their confidence.
Ingram against DeRozan. Passes it to White. The tray. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Williamson's got 4 rebounds in this game. Outside Holiday. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Holiday's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. To the middle. Here's White. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 4 assists in the game.
That was the first make of the half. 1 for 4 now. Let's see if that gets them going.
Now, here's Ball. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game.
With that leaping ability of DeRozan, he can go get it. This is the shot they wanted to get. Right guy, right spot, wrong result.
Here's Gay. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Here's White. Sinks the three-pointer. And now it's an 8-point Spurs lead.
To stretch out the defense, you just need enough guys on the floor who can make that shot.
And it's Ingram missing.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
The rim protection at its finest. The result is the same whether you block the shot or simply change it.
Gay finds Pirtle. Murray outside. DeRozan scanning the floor. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Ball, the pass to Williamson. And the dunk by Williamson.
And the defense learned a valuable lesson there. Don't let Williamson get to that launching pad around the rim.
Now here's Murray. He's got 8. And he banks in the layup. Murray's got the lead up to 8 now for the Spurs.
Beautiful call that time up the floor. The hard screen frees him up for the bunny.
Williamson and Pirtle sends it back. Pass to Gay. Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third.
Some players never recover from a torn Achilles. Rudy Gay has come back and as good as ever. Still one of the most productive small forwards we have in the league.
And some changes here for the Spurs. Lonnie Walker, he's checked in for DeRozan. Bryn Forbes comes in for Derek White. And it's Mills in for DeJounte Murray. Good on the triple. Walker's got his first 3 points of the game.
Not shy from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
Outside, Redick. New Orleans moving the ball around. Back to Hart. And Pirtle sends it back.
Gotta love the shot blocking ability of Pirtle. Wonderful timing right there.
The feed to Gay. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Gay's got 5 points so far. Pelicans trail by 14. Hart kicks to Jackson. Back to Hart. And the pass to Melly. On the wing, Jackson. Will it go? Offensive rebound. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Really surprising to see the huge edge they have in rebounds given what the scoreboard says.
Pass to Hart. Redick for 3. Nailed from three-point land. Redick's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Lays it up off the glass. And the Spurs lead by 11.
One of the best standstill shooters in the league. Mills getting better at scoring off the dribble.
For San Antonio, they've gone 6 of 10 from the field in the third quarter. It's Gay with the drive. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Gay's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, when they give him the lane, Rudy Gay loves to create off the dribble in these situations.
The shot's good from Hayes.
This is what the analytics prefer. Shots at the rim or from 3.
And so it's San Antonio holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up, keep the ball moving, You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Setting the floor now for the Pelicans. Holiday at the 1 and Redick at the 2. Okafor out there with Hayes. And it's Hart in at the 3 slot. And the shot goes in. Smitty, every team has its leaders, either official or unofficial. What's expected, in your opinion, out of a team captain?
Well, I think leadership. Also have the same, voice of the coaching staff and organization, and also the voice of winning. I think if you have a leader that can do that, sometimes that leader's vocal, sometimes that leader leads by example, but you usually know who that is.
And this is Alvin Gentry's fourth stop as an NBA head coach. He's been working as an NBA assistant, get this, since 1988.
Over 3 decades in this league. A decade coaching in college. Worked for and with so many legendary coaches. He's seen it all. A talented, versatile player who has been on a few teams. Rudy Gay is still going.
Hayes down low, defended by Pirtle. Good on the shot.
I mean, it's just fun to sit back and enjoy watching him operate. And that's what it looked like the D was doing as well. They're just sitting back and watching.
Back to Mills. Outside, Walker. And Walker throws it down.
Perfect vision. Mills getting quicker these days at spotting the open man.
Okafor finds Holiday. Back to Okafor. Here's Hart. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. And here's Gay. He'll bring it up for San Antonio. Forbes dishes to Mills. Back to Forbes. 6 on the shot clock. Down low. Gay, that's good. Gay's got the lead up to 14 now for the Spurs.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Hart, no good. San Antonio's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. Passes it to Mills. His 3-pointers off the mark. Pelicans trail by 14. Pass to Hayes. He kicks it to Okafor. Outside, Redick. Shoots the 3. And again, no good by New Orleans.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Walker the pass to Forbes. Back to Walker. And the layup's good off the glass. Walker's got 4 points this quarter. New Orleans has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
One of the better defenders in the league. Drew Holiday embraces the challenge.
And defending the top scorers in the league is no picnic. But Drew Holiday says it's fun for him.
That's what he grew up on. And he comes from a basketball family. Defense was a topic of conversation at the dinner table.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. DeMar DeRozan. He's checked in for Walker. Right comes in for Brent Forbes. And it's DeJounte Murray in for Patty Mills.
If you can get a good screen for DeRozan on a pick and roll, more often than not, he'll convert it. Great body control.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on DeMar DeRozan. That is his first foul of the game. J.J. Redick's checked in for Drew Holiday. From deep three-point range, and J.J. Redick good for 3. Redick's got 9 points now in just the second half. Spurs leading by 13. Murray kicks to Gay. Murray outside. Launches it. Tips it up. It's rebounded by Derek Favors. New Orleans gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them. Oh, the power on that throw-down.
Already such a well-coordinated athlete for his size and age. Williamson bringing down the house.
San Antonio's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Favors against Pirtle. He feeds it to Gay. Kicks it to Murray. Shot clock at 6. Back to Gay. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. They get Derek Favors.
Gotta appreciate the physicality of Gay's game. A strong athlete who forces the D to hit him inside.
Good on the second free throw. The Pelicans have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Here's Redick. Here's Favors. A second chance effort and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Have to be careful when Favors shows you his shooting form. He is very effective at drawing contact with his pump fake.
So the first one drops, and that brings them to within 10. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one.
A disappointing trip to the line there. Even though it was just one miss, now is not the time to be missing those.
Here's Meadows, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And you know they feel good giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
They're going to win by a nice margin. The effort was there all night.
Here's Alexander Walker. White covering. First one falls for him. And he makes the first but misses the second. And so it's San Antonio with it. At one point they led by 16. Johnson shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That's on J.J. Redick. And that one falls for Johnson. And Johnson drops them both. And so here is New Orleans, trailing by 13. Alexander Walker passes to Redick. From deep. Another shot. Misses. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. A confident win and one where they clearly show. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up.
where do I start? Where do I get my rhythm? Where do I get my groove?
I always start off with a bounce. You just start with a bounce, and then you see.
I'm part of the baddest game, most successful game in the world. I went to Portugal this year, and the young tour guide goes, "It's Doris Burke from 2K." It wasn't Doris Burke, the announcer. It was Doris Burke from 2K.
Welcome, everyone, to NBA basketball. In a moment now, we'll look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Fox.
And one thing that has been very consistent for him the last few years, his ability to continue to deliver more and more offense. He's been doing everything that's been asked of him.
Let's take a look at our starters for Sacramento. Fox and Bogdanovich pair up at the 1 and the 2. Bielitsa is out there with Harrison Barnes. And it's Holmes in at the center position. And for the Spurs, White is out there with Murray. Then there's Purtle, and it's DeRozan, and it's Walker in at the small forward position. And at the end of the year, Brent, we've been seeing an uptick in play from some young lottery-bound teams.
Well, they're always excited about having opportunity to play loose and play free. The backside of that is you didn't play well enough to get into the playoffs.
Right.
So, good coaching staffs with young teams that have potential, Kevin, will ask their teams to be spoilers. Like, embrace the idea of let's compete tonight against that team.
Make that your
fourth
playoff.
seed. Yeah, let's go up against this. Sure. There are other teams that, quite frankly, just give up on the year. And some guys will have some big empty numbers to finish off the season. You got to temper your kind of eyeballs on those things.
And here is Barnes following the three-pointer by DeMar DeRozan. Barnes trying to free himself up, and he comes up with the deuce.
Bielitsa does a good job of staying active and with his shot that time.
San Antonio with the ball. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Walker the pass to White. Fires from deep. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker.
Almost perfect in the game to start, 3 of 4.
For Sacramento, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Outside, Fox. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. It's Bielitsa. That shot, no good. And San Antonio will go the other way with it. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
They shot the lights out from deep. Really stretched out the defense in that one.
Yep, made the defense work extremely hard and did a nice job of getting any advantage they could against the team that shot it well.
San Antonio's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Right the pass to DeRozan. It's up a 3. And it's White missing. The Kings trail by 4.
What a culture shift it's been in Sacramento the last few years. Vlade Divac, along with Peja Stojakovic, 2 of the legendary Sacramento Kings players, finding their footing and trying to put their stamp on this organization with some of the young talent that they've acquired.
And San Antonio has possession after the Kings pick up 2. And stolen by Bielitsa. Here's Fox. It's good. This game is all even. And Brent, around the league, people are saying the Kings are one of the scarier teams on the rise.
Well, they drafted decently. They play a system that now is speaking to some of their young talent. They've had a nice blend. It's been a long time coming in Sacramento, but fans coming out to the new arena to support this new, young, hungry Kings group.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Rudy Gay's checked in for Lonnie Walker. Bryn Forbes comes in for White. And it's Mills in for DeJounte Murray.
That's too easy. A player of Rudy Gay's scoring prowess, he's salivating on shots like that.
To the paint. Holmes kicks to Bielitsa. Fox looking it over. Banked in off the glass. Fox has got 6. And it's Mills with the ball for San Antonio. They just couldn't come out on top last time they took on the Kings. That one was played in Sacramento.
Yeah, I remember last time they met up, they just got ran out of the building. They weren't too happy with some of the calls in that game either.
Yeah, they wound up with a lot of foul trouble, but that's on them. The officials were calling it tight, and they never really adjusted. They kept committing fouls, kept complaining, and the game kept getting out of control.
And Fox gets it to go. He's got 8.
What a quarter right here, establishing some confidence. 4 of 5 shooting the ball.
DeRozan finds Gay. DeRozan against Barnes. Back to DeRozan. Releases. Misses off the left iron.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
With the putback. Great positioning on the putback. Holmes got his second basket.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate. Here's Forbes. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
San Antonio shooting their first free throws here tonight.
You've got to appreciate their ability to make free throws. 81% as a team.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
Here's Hield. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. Tie game in San Antonio. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. And we welcome you back to our special Noche Latina broadcast as the second quarter getting going right now. And guys, what's your take on the Spurs so far?
Well, going to the bench early, they obviously knew what they were doing.
Yeah, looking for a spark here, and the coach tapped the right guys to get out there and provide it.
On the court right now for the Kings, Joseph and Hield make up the backcourt. Kent Bazemore is out there with Giles, and it's Len in at the 5 roaming the paint. Now here's Mills, guarded closer. Here's Forbes. Can't get it to fall, and he's missed the second after making his first. And the guard, Bryn Forbes, won back-to-back state championships as a high schooler in the state of Michigan. Couple years at Cleveland State, then transferred back to the state of Michigan and played at Michigan State.
And after that time at Michigan State, he went undrafted, but Kevin really has developed into a steady rotation player in the NBA. And by the way, quite a knockdown shooter.
Clock at 4. Giles, the pass to Hield. Connects from three-point range.
Well, Hield can make a living out there from behind the arc. Doesn't need a lot of room to get his shot off, and he drains that one with ease.
Zeller dishes to Forbes. Unloads. It's hauled in by the Kings. Their next game playing at home as the Nets come into town. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Shot by Hield, nobody around, and another 3 for Sacramento.
And right now they're just focused on putting together good possessions.
Yeah, that's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and the game is fully in their control.
Here's Bazemore, off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
They are just killing them on the interior.
So for Sacramento, their last game, a loss to New Orleans. Spurs passing it around. Shots good by Mills.
And with that basket, he's able to end a 10-0 run by the Kings.
Joseph, the pass to Len. The pass to Joseph. Bazemore, no one around him. Hits the three-point bomb. Bazemore's got the lead up to 11 now for the Kings. And Forbes kicks to Mills. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. On the wing, Bellinelli. Back to Mills. 9 feet out. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Sacramento leading by 11. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Marco Bellinelli. That's his first foul. What improvements, Brent, do you like to see out of players going from season 1 to their second season in the league?
Biggest thing, Kevin, turnovers. Player comes into the league, has an opportunity to play, wants to rush things, plays too fast, doesn't have an ability to slow down and make reads. From season 1 to season 2, and given the role and responsibility for that player, when you watch a guy whose ability to take away the mistakes, the simple mistakes he made last year.
And I gotta say, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still, a magnificent move to the rim. Bazemore against DeRozan. Oh, and the jam by Bazemore. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Murray against Fox. To the inside, Parker. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
That's a beauty from Parker there, making hard shots look incredibly easy.
And Murray, here we go. 13 feet away. Count that one. And that's now 9 points for DeMar DeRozan.
Well, he made some kind of adjustment to his game after a poor first half. He's been impressive shooting the ball during the second.
Fox against Walker. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. So it's San Antonio now. Spurs trail by 7. There's the dish to DeRozan. 16 feet away. They get it back. It's good on the putback.
Yeah, just a fantastic job to stay with the play and just not give up. Excellent effort on the offensive backboard.
Parker finds Barnes. And he makes good on the layup. Barnes has got his first points in this one.
Got to respect the take charge attitude that Barnes is showing right now.
And so it's Sacramento.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie John. A tremendous start for De'Aaron Fox. He had 8 points, 2 assists. And that does it for our halftime.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. A fantastic game from DeMar DeRozan so far.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. On the court for San Antonio. Jakob Poeltl out there with DeRozan. Then there's DeJounte Murray. Then it's White, and it's Walker in at the 3, the small forward. And even though he stands 6'10", Holmes plays taller than that.
He does, mostly, Kevin, because of that length. I mean, he stretches out and uses that quick jump and can block some shots and deter a few guys from trying to do some things offensively.
Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. Back to Fox. That falls. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich. And that's 11 points for De'Aaron Fox.
Got to have good court awareness, and it was on display right there from Bogdanovich.
Here's White. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Murray against Fox. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on DeMar DeRozan. That's foul number 2 for him. Rudy Gay's checked in for Lonnie Walker. Fox finds Bogdanovich. Barnes, bounce pass. Some nice ball movement here by the Kings. 5 to shoot. The Kings need to get off a shot here. Holmes, good.
Just getting more and more court awareness and where guys are at all times is De'Aaron Fox.
Inside. Here's Gay. It's tipped. Outside for Murray. Here's DeRozan. And it comes off the front of the rim. Kings leading now by 10. Right side, Fox. A 3 from Bogdanovich. It's hauled in by Gay. Spurs have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Oh, the lob to DeRozan. Oh, and the jam by DeRozan.
When you want to talk about high volume scores, just look at what DeRozan's doing tonight. He's been on a mission, putting his mark on this game in a big way.
And some changes here for the Spurs. Zeller, he's checked in for Jakob Poeltl. Bellinelli comes in for Derek White. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Murray. Heel dishes to Joseph. Bazemore passes to Heel. And Led has it in the corner. Trying his luck from deep. DeMar DeRozan grabs the board. Spurs trail by 8. To the middle. And he dunks it right in, right on Buddy Hield. Oh, man.
Forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend.
And how? Brilliant throwdown.
Well, that's good teammate stuff right there. Looking for your guys. Buddy Hield has a strong feel for when to give it up.
Here's Forbes. The rebound by Giles. Giles has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Bazemore with it. Now guarded by DeRozan. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it. And a look now at the San Antonio Spurs' upcoming schedule. On Friday, they'll be matching up with Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets. Then on Saturday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the Minnesota Timberwolves.
And you know, for that Pelicans game, that's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best. And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
But look at the basket, guys, still shaking. Mills, he's checked in for San Antonio. And then for Sacramento, Jabari Parker comes in for Kent Bazemore. And it's Fox in for Corey Joseph. Len finds Heel. Parker drives in. They kick out to Heel. And it's off from three-point range. Spurs trail by 6. Forbes the pass to Gay. And here's Mills for 3. And he's good on the 3-ball. Mills has got 5 now.
Well, he's a serious catch-and-shoot threat really every time down the floor. Mills has to be accounted for by the defense.
Here's Fox. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. First trip to the line for him here.
In their last contest, guys, he was unconscious from the foul line.
Well, Fox had quite a year in Kentucky before he decided to turn pro and became the 5th pick in 2017 in the NBA draft.
Jakob Poeltl's checked in for Zeller. Barnes, he's checked in for Sacramento. Now here's Mills, guarded by Fox. And Bellinelli kicks to Forbes. He dishes it to Poeltl. Second chance shot. Back to Forbes. Takes the 3. Sacramento grabs the miss.
2 for 1, probably the way to go.
Don't want to rush it, but you don't want to take too much time here.
The Kings shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
The Spurs making a switch here. Walker's checked in.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
Mills dishes to Gay. Pass to Forbes. San Antonio needs to get off a shot here. Hurdle trying to get open. Another shot. Kicks it out to Gay. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. And it's Harrison Barnes with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. 12 seconds left in the third quarter. Outside, Walker. With 1 on the clock, and finished off by Walker.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. Well, it's been an exciting game. Plenty of offense as we head to the fourth quarter. It's Sacramento leading by 5. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. On the floor for Sacramento, Fox and Bogdanovich pair up at the 1 and the 2. Rashawn Holmes out there with Parker, and it's Bielitsa in at the 3. San Antonio making a switch here. Murray's checked in. Fox. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Rudy Gay.
Well, Fox really daring them right now to foul him on the inside.
DeMar DeRozan. He's checked in for Rudy Gay. Fox hits them both. Spurs trail by 7. Murray, the pass to DeRozan. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 5 assists in the game.
And great intensity here down the stretch. He's not one to shrink in the moment.
Well, take a look at him. Locked in right now in this moment. Wants the ball in his hands and feels real comfortable with the shot he's taking.
The Spurs shooting 51% from the field. They'll take that. There's Walker with the 3. Drains the three-pointer.
Well, the first thought from the D there was to protect the rim, so good idea to take the 3 in transition.
Fox with it, now guarded by Pirtle. And Holmes throws it down.
I think getting better as a passer and understanding more about how the NBA game works. That's De'Aaron Fox.
And it's Walker penetrating. Passes to White. Clock at 6. No good on the triple. And here's Fox. He'll bring it up for Sacramento. They lead by 4. And Lonnie Walker picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Man, it's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for Sacramento. On defense, San Antonio. Outside, Fox. 5 on the clock. Pass to Holmes. A rebound by the Spurs. Pirtle's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. And Walker kicks to DeRozan. Back to Walker. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assists.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Fox passes to Barnes. There's the pass to Bielitsa. Yes, that goes in. And the Kings lead by 4.
Well, that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
Walker goes in. Inside. Murray against Fox. Here's Pirtle. And the rejection by Holmes. Bogdanovich finds Barnes. A new 14 for the Kings. San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. And with that shot, the Kings lead is cut down to just 2 points in the bucket for Murray.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
There's the three. And Pirtle pulls it down. Pirtle's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active.
And after all that time, finally, they've been able to tie it up here in the fourth quarter. What a comeback and what a finish we have in store.
It's amazing to think of what they've done here, being behind so long. Now they have a legitimate chance to win this thing.
Oh, good, and a nice assist from Fox. Fox has got 5 assists tonight.
Can't afford these defensive breakdowns, especially down the stretch.
Well, breakdowns like this are only going to hurt you moving forward and late in the game. Establish some trust and make the defense come together.
The kick out to Barnes. Bogdanovich left side. Up again. It doesn't go for him. Now San Antonio takes it the other way. Here's Walker. Yes!
The nerves on this guy.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
Murray against Fox. On the wing, Barnes. Got it! A huge shot to tie it up.
Harrison Barnes has been in some big ones, and that's a big shot.
And it's Murray penetrating. Pirtle finds White. 26 seconds left to play in the final quarter.
And challenging the bigger defender coming through in the biggest moment.
Yeah, this is a big-time moment, and so him stepping up his intensity, staying in attack mode, that's nice.
Here's Sacramento now. Back to Bogdanovich. Some nice ball movement here by the Kings. Fox against Murray. And here is Fox. From deep three-point range, he's off from three. And so it's San Antonio who's straight by with the win. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
I mean,